Hello, my name is Marcel Dibner from Besser & Co Estate Agents, and today we're going to talk about how to get started in property investing. Australians love real estate. Many people that I speak to spend hours on realestate.com.au looking for properties for investment or to upgrade or places for them to move into, but less than 6% of Australians actually purchase an investment property. Owning an investment property can sound pretty scary, but it's actually pretty straightforward. So I thought I'd put together a few tips to help get you started. Tip 1, check your finances. So you want to make sure before you start this process, you know if you're in a position to actually afford to purchase a property. Make a list of all your assets, all the income that you make, and all the expenses that you have to give yourself an idea of whether you actually can or can't afford a property. Step 2, get pre-approval. This is the time where you go and speak to your lender or your bank and find out if they'd actually lend you any money for a property. They'll be the ones telling you how much you can actually spend up to, just to give you an idea of where you should be looking and how much you can afford to spend. Step 3, set your goals on investing in property. Depending on what your goals are will determine the type of property you look for. Some investors look for properties which have a good rental yield. Other property investors look for properties that have more capital growth opportunities. Often your budget will determine the type of property you'll be able to buy. Step 4, create a purchase plan. Identify the types of properties that suit your goals. So if you're looking for houses within a certain price range, in a certain area, make sure you're sticking to that when you're attending open for inspections and auctions and doing your research. The better that you know a type of property, the more chance you have of getting a good one. Step 5, be informed. There are heaps of free resources out there for you to identify what properties in the area are selling for, what the median prices are, and what's currently on the market. Step 6, know your budget and what you're looking for. So now that you know the type of property you're looking for, you want to be able to make a decision quickly once you find the property that you want. It's important to make sure that you know exactly what your budget is, what all your expenses are, and what your repayments will be on all those fixed expenses. Now, you may not know all the expenses of your property, but there are certain fixed costs which you can account for. Things like mortgage repayments, landlord insurance, property management fees, council rates, just to name a few. Make sure that you have a fair understanding of what your ongoing expenses will be to make sure that that fits in with your budget. Knowing what your expenses are will help you make a quick decision when it comes time to purchase. Step 7, stay focused. Property investment can sound scary and can sound difficult, but it's important to stay focused on what your goals are. Once you're clear on what you're actually looking for, it's much easier to make that purchasing decision. But if you're unsure about anything, make sure you speak to a professional and get some expert advice. If you need some help trying to identify the property that's right for you, or you need advice on current rental history rates of a particular property, please feel free to get in contact with me. My details are below.